My beautiful friends, what a day on Wall Street. We have a lot to talk about, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. We always do. I know I do. I love being here with all of you. I do feel like we're together. Does that make me a little off? I don't know. I feel that way. What can I tell you? All right, look, so here's the scoop. This is my post-market wrap-up. Going to be a lovely one, no doubt about it. This Wednesday, December 4th, 2019. So, yeah, nice rally across the board on Wall Street. Two factors played into this. Obviously, the biggest one, pre-market, there was the story, completely fake, floated out, that China talks are going very well. Now, I don't know how many of you happen to catch the confederacies of dunces. Several of their commentators were like, the timing of this is a little interesting. This story gets floated out, pre-market, nothing to back it up whatsoever. If you are seeing how this is being portrayed with regard to the Chinese news outlets, there's nothing here. But again, like I explained to you yesterday what happened, and it happened today. They have to revise the story, recycle the dog shit to prop up the stock market. That's all this is. It's a lie of the highest magnitude, and the world is watching. The world is laughing. It's incredible. Now, second thing, crude oil. Crude oil got propped up big time. Last time I looked, it was up almost 4.5% now. For those of you out here who have been listening to this guy explain to you that you should be buying the dips with crude oil, you are loving me very much. Now, if you are among one of those who did buy the dips recently with crude oil, I hope you are paying it forward because you're making a lot of money here. Don't be greedy. Take a small percentage of those profits and support a charity you believe in, okay? Look, I will not let you lose. It won't happen on my watch. It's not going to happen. People, look, I invariably tell you things that are going to happen before they do. Am I right all the time? No. But 90% of the time, yeah, my calls about future events happen. So when I say something, you really should pay attention to it. Now, with regard to this stock market, with regard to crude oil, I'm going to pose a question to you, and I want you to answer it. This is regarding crude oil number one. Let's set the stage here. The price action of crude oil has zero bearing on reality. It is overvalued today by over 50%, 60%, no doubt about it. But the price will be kept high. Now, we understand this, and you should. Crude oil is the lifeblood of the military-industrial complex. Now, this should be no secret to you. OPEC nations have trillions of dollars of leveraged bets, not just on crude oil, along with the banks here in the United States, around the world. OPEC nations have trillions of dollars invested in the U.S. stock market. These are leveraged bets. So let me ask you, knowing this, and I hope this is not new to you, where do you think crude oil is going to go? Where do you think stocks are going to go? It's a very simple concept, and we have the perfect setup here. We have a president and a Federal Reserve working together like we have never witnessed before in history. Nothing has even come close. Obama, and I beat the living piss out of that guy. You know I did if you've been following my blog all these years. Never before have we had a tag team on this market to issue unbelievable amounts of debt like we're seeing now, simply to keep this market propped up, weighing on the back of the United States. If you are a true patriot of this country, this should get to you a little bit. But again, if you're one of these who consider yourself a patriot but are really not, you're loving this. You're loving President Trump issuing incredible amounts of debt. You know, there's a couple of YouTube channels who kind of play off of that kind of, patriot. Meanwhile, they never wore the uniform. This guy has worn the uniform. I was an officer in the United States Navy. Most of you know that. I am a real patriot, and I am on your side. You will never lose. But the United States is losing. We just found out today, and again, this should be no surprise to you, the Federal Reserve is quietly increasing their repo scam purchases and their purchases across the entire yield curve. Not one word yet, as of yet, from the President of the United States. You can't know this is going on. Really, you can't know it. If the President were to say it, it would kind of, blow his narrative of a booming economy. And we got several more rounds of bad economic news today. And again, a rally in the stock market. Of course, you know how this works. It's all being propped up. It's all being fake. So I'm going to cover a few things with you here. Private payrolls growth tumbles in November as the job market is losing its shine. This is CNBC. Let's go forward here. Oh yeah, this is interesting. So again, trade talks are going well with China. Now, this is China. China warns the United States over this bill supporting the rioters over there, whatever you want to call them, raising doubts over an early trade deal. You see the contrast here? But the narrative will be kept alive here to keep the dumbed down right in line. It's unbelievable. All right, so we covered this. U.S. private sector job growth slows sharply. Let's move forward. This is just beautiful. It really is. I told you about crude oil, 4% pop today on the promises of an OPEC cut. Oh, yeah, and in case you didn't know, an oil tanker was hijacked. Sure it was. Just to keep crude oil propped up, too. I don't believe this even happened. I'll be honest with you. Here we go. Now, I've spoken about this many times, the service sector. Now, again, the service sector here in the United States, we went from a manufacturing economy to a service economy. Now, here we go. And I've been telling you about this for I don't know how long, months and months. The U.S. economy's huge service sector slows again. It's not going to stop. The economy is in free fall. Now, I want to talk about this too. There's the narrative that there's a housing shortage. There is no housing shortage. There is a shortage of affordable housing. That's a fact. Now, to me, this is housing bubble 2.0. And this is a quote from myself, and I want you to pay attention to this. When an asset's price moves above the ability for the average person to buy it on an average salary, you get a bubble. So there is no housing shortage whatsoever. It's a shortage of affordable housing because we are in a bubble. And this bubble is epic. You can only imagine the devastation that's going to be left in the wake of this entire thing. Now, I want to follow up on this. This is revolting. Less than half of American businesses, okay, right here in the United States, not multinational corporations for which our president is all for, wants them to profit, pushing cash into the stock market enriches the CEOs. But less than half of mid-sized American businesses here expect sales and profits to rise next year. And what does that mean? Well, they're going to be laying people off. So you can expect our economy to continue its free fall. Now, again, as we all know, there are less people actually working today than during the Great Recession. You don't believe that? You want to believe President Trump? Look at their own data. It's a fact. Labor force participation rate, the people actually working, is less today than during the financial meltdown. You choose who you want to listen to. I don't know. Now, I want to outline something else here. Why the desperate act to prop up stocks today and the fake story floated out pre-market about trade talks? I'm going to read this to you, but this is me. I tweeted this earlier. A follow-through stock market sell-off today could not be allowed to happen. And why? That would have left the door open for a significant drop in the market. Now, this is why the president concocted the totally fake, hashtag lie, pre-market farce that China trade talks are going well. He is the most corrupt president in U.S. history, bar none. Argue it. I dare you. Okay? Here we go. Now, I want to give this guy a little love. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a link to a video in the description of this video, and I want you to check out this guy's work. Financial Turmoil Explained. I like the guy's style, and he only has about 23 or 24,000 subs. I want to give this guy 5,000 subs today, all right? So I'm counting on you to sub to his channel if you have not already. I want to get this guy's message out there. You know, it's me. I'm all about spreading the love. You know that. I'm all about truth. I despise liars. You know that. And that's why I beat the living hell out of the liar and thief. I mean, Commander-in-Chief of the United States today. There's never been a bigger liar in the history of the world to sit behind the Resolute desk. This guy here, I want you to pay attention to him. I'll mention this again at the end of the video. Okay. So, I think for the most part, this covers the action today, people. It's unbelievable. Let me close this. So what we have here is a completely fake, managed, rigged everything, okay? Corruption is getting worse. The lies are getting bigger, like today, okay? I explained to you this would happen as well. The lies are going to get bigger as the debt explosion gets larger, as our economy free falls, as the debt is piled on the backbone of the United States of America. And it doesn't matter who sits in the White House, one of these lovely Democrats, it would be worse under them. Worse. Mark my words. We need a revolution in this country. I've explained this to you. We need we really do. We need a revolution on an epic scale. I do not have, even though I have 96,000 subs worldwide, we don't have enough people by a long shot. So if you could share my videos, get my message out there, get more people to sub here, maybe we could make a difference. But right now, we're not even close. Not even close. I will fully back a revolt. This whole thing has got to be overturned. It's a curse on the whatever's left of the United States of America and the American citizens and the world as a whole. Something needs to be done here. Absolutely. All right, look. So before I let you go, 5,000 subs. If I do not see this guy get 5,000 subs by this time tomorrow, I'm going to be put off. I really am. And this guy here, I go out of my way for all of you. I support all of you. I will never let you lose. Okay? So I'm counting on you. I want you to click on the link to this guy's video. Watch his video. He actually mentions me. Okay? Thank you for that. Listen to what he said. I want you to sub to this guy. 5,000 subs today. All right? If I see that, I will be a very happy guy, and I know you want to make me happy because I want to make you happy too. We're a team, all of us. Let's get this guy in on our thing. This is our thing. All right? Love you all. See you in the morning, and I am out of here.